You've entrusted just about everything you own to a group of men you've never met before. So lesson 1, keep them happy. Steer clear of their pet hates.
Parking. When people don't organise parking, they forget to keep it clean, the top of the furniture. You go to get something that...
Sometimes they invite friends and we have kids running around it, which is not good.
And the worst crime, of course,
No get a cup of tea!
They say along with death and divorce, moving house is one of life's 3 most stressful experiences. Ian and Vaya Davidson have learned enough lessons along the way. They even hired a car just to keep a space free outside.
Definitely speak to the council in advance to get your suspension of parking. So you need to allow 15 days for that apparently. Now no. Do figure out what you're going to pack and where, and also make sure you leave some stuff out that you're actually going to need over the few days while you're packing.
House moving is littered with pitfalls. Avoiding them comes at the very first stage of planning.
I think it starts with the choice of removers. You're all stressed out about the price of the house, selling it, moving it, and it's very easy to forget that it's very important to do your pre-planning for the actual removals, get an accredited firm who are actually going to cover you for insurance if, God forbid, the van crashes or something priceless gets broken. So that's the first thing, is actually to choose the right removals person, and don't just necessarily go with the cheapest man with a van.
Don't underestimate the size of the task and the amount of help you'll need. A low quote will rise if the job's bigger than advertised. Let the removers know in advance if you have any large objects that will need more than 2 people to carry them. Otherwise they may get left behind. You'll also need to tell your insurance company you're moving. They'll usually provide free cover for goods in transit.
It just fills me with horror watching that. It's been 5 years since I last moved. I can still remember this.
My mum was the best in the world, because my mum had to do it every 2.5 years because my dad was in the Air Force.
And she had to put up with you
and
as
she
well.
had to put up with me as well, yes. And also, the producer who set that item up also asked us to point out fridges and freezers normally get forgotten. You have to defrost the freezer, apparently.
Yes, and also you have to make sure, if you're moving your gas cooker, to get a Corgi accredited gas person
thing
to turn the gas off and do it for you.
Otherwise, the move becomes redundant. All gone.
There you go.
Right, showbiz.
Was that an explosion?
It was an explosion. French explosion.